faster, so I think we'll keep it how it is.
Yeah, well done. Hey, the roar of the bikes going in the background. Man, are they ever roaring at the moment. The Motards to get away. You enjoying this class?
Yeah, no, it's fun. Hunter and Nixon they're keeping me honest out there, so yeah.
Well done. Hey, you're a little bit older than them. Do you encourage them still to get out and battle with you?
Yep, 100%. It'll be nice. Well, Nixon's already at the level where he's kind of off me now, so it's good racing out there already.
Well done. So there you go, folks. There's our 150s, and of course we'll have a presentation for them at the end of the day. So we'll hopefully see these guys back in, because we don't have this class at Wanganui, so they'll be back for their final presentation. Suzuki International Series Road Racing.
All right, straight into it. We're already on one lap of it. It's the RMX Couriers Supermoto, and we are locked in a good one here. Richie Dibbon, he's been dominant all weekend, and so far has a decent advantage. Back to Cudge Scott. Go Cudge. He promised me a podium. He's promised me. So look out for the 62 Mud Flap Racing head honcho Cudge Scott. James Cheezel Clark there. That's a good third place for him so far. We've got action from Roger Blant there. He is there. Good fourth place. Andrew Rudd trying to get himself in the mix as well. He's on that 999 Dynaworks gas. So let's check him out. Down the front straight, Richie Dibbon already dominating out there and gone. It's Cudge Scott in second place. James Cheezel Clark, Roger Bland and Andrew Rudd 4 wide as they break into the slip road. There's not much room around there for too many motards. So, oh man, we're exciting. And we're all on here. This one here is only an 8-lap race, so blink and you're going to miss this one. Richie Dibbon, he's already cleared off and gone. Cudge Scott now under a bit of pressure from Andrew Rudd, but he knows the real battle is trying to get on that podium. He wants that third place. He's had 2 fourths this weekend, and Nick, this would be something special if Team Mud Flat Racing could grab themselves a podium.
Yeah, it looks like James Clark has just snuck through there to the second place position. Awesome to see Cudge getting a good start off of the grid there, and that's really helped him cement him up at the top of the pack. But as you can see there, he's just slopped back into third place. But man, Richie Dibbon has put on an absolute clinic once again. Not even 3 laps into this, and he's already ahead by 3.7 seconds. So convincing there from Richie Dibbon, which we've come to expect from him. He's an absolute masterclass when it comes to motard. He really, no one can quite lean it over like Richie, and he does a pretty special job of it. So just taking a look at that again, Richie Dibbon leading Andrew Rudd. So Andrew's made a huge leap through the pack to end up in second place there. Craig Scott coming down to third place, Roger Bland in fourth, and 10 of James Clark slipping back to fifth there after he had made a smooth pass earlier on in this lap.
Oh, this motard's been fantastic. It's the New Zealand Championships for the first time in a long time too. It's been a long time a long time goal of the Suzuki International Series to recognise these guys as a national championship, and we have it for the first time in a while. So Richie Dibbon, certainly odds-on favourite. He's had wins aplenty around the streets of Wanganui on Supermoto. He's had 2 from 2 so far this weekend, and he has cleared out and gone. He's 4.4 seconds ahead of Andrew Rudd, and stretching it out every single lap they tick over. So here we go. That's 1 and 2. Richie Dibbon and Andrew Rudd, they've been 1 and 2 all weekend, but this is the battle, and it's all Wanganui. 3, 4 and 5. We've got Cudge Scott, the legendary track builder from the Cemetery Circuit. We've got Roger Bland, he's had a podium already this weekend. And then go to RMX Curious Cheezel Customs man, James Cheezel Clark. He is sitting in 5th place. He's had a podium yesterday in race number 1 of the weekend. So this is where Cudge needs to hang on for dear life. He needs to dig deep here. He's promised me a podium, so I want to see this. And then we shout out 6th place for Will Young. He's getting stronger and stronger as the weekend goes on. Mitro in 7th, another one getting better and better every time we go out on track. But Luke Martin ahead of Duncan McIntyre. Alex Luff Scott has dropped back to 10th ahead of Brett Fullerton. Then you're going to Mike Cole, Mark Oliver, Mark McKenzie and Cole Williams. That's our fantastic top 10. Let's have a look at this one here, because we've got 2 laps to go. Richie Dibbon, he is cleared out and gone. He's got a massive gap back to Andrew Rudd, but Ruddy, he's a quality campaigner at the top, the toast of the South Island for Dynaworks and Ashburton. He's loving that. 6.8 seconds behind Richie Dibbon, but he's got a decent buffer. Back to Roger Bland, who's got up to 3rd place ahead of Cudge. He's got a lap and a half to hang on. It's going to be the outside of the podium for one of those 3 men on our Ctas screen. Roger Bland, Cudge Scott and James Clark. James just turned to look up the inside of Cudge, but Cudge just had a little bit later on the brakes. White flag time for Richie Dibbon. He's down the front straight and cleared out and gone. Then we go to Andrew Rudd, the 999. Roger, Cudge and James going through. That's 3rd, 4th and 5th place. Who is going to finish on the podium? Then we go back to 35 of Will Young, the 007 of Metro. Luke Martin, Duncan McIntyre and Alex Luff Scott rounding out our top 10. We're going to go and celebrate it in style, because he won 2 from 2 so far this weekend. Along with pole position, he's the man from Wanganui, the DS Moto supported man. He's out of the final corner. And down the front straight, it's going to be another dominant display and another victory for Richie Dibben. Does it in style. The checkered flag waves, and he loves that. Andrew Rudd, after a non-qualification, has to start on the back of the grid all weekend, but he's come through for second after second after second. That's 3 seconds there, and Roger's going to carry on his podium glory. Roger Bland comes home in third place ahead of Cudge Scott and James Clark. Cudge will be devastated. Comes here and gets a trio of 4th placings and narrowly misses out on that podium. But well done, good ride from Roger Bland. He'll be loving that back on the podium. And James Cheezel Clark, 5th to go with his podium yesterday, and another top quality result this morning. Some great championship points all coming down for the New Zealand Supermoto Championship, brought to us by Aramex Couriers, the legends there. Richie Dibben takes 3 from 3 and pole with the maximum points for the weekend. Andrew Rudd, Roger Bland, that's your podium for race 3. Coach Scott there in 4th ahead of James Clark, to Will Young, and then Mitch Rowe, Duncan McIntyre, Luke Martin, with Alex Luff Scott rounding out our top 10 for Mudflat Racing, and then go to Brett Fullerton and Mike Cole. That's your classy top 12. We will not have Richie Dibben on the podium. He's going to quickly get to trackside and jump on his Barrack Sports Bar Suzuki GSX-R 1000 to go Formula 1 racing, which is coming up next. But we'll cross down to the podium and catch up with 3rd place Roger Bland and 2nd Andrew Rudd. We're going to cross down to Neil, who has our Aramex Couriers New Zealand Supermoto Race 3 podium.
Hi, Neil, how are you?
Well, I did note that great sportsmanship from Cudge and Roger had a cracker race there, and Cudge was the first one after the race to come up and congratulate Roger, because they both know they did a good battle. It could have been Cudge up here, of course, the legendary Craig Scott, track builder extraordinaire for Wanganui. So he starts after this weekend finishes. He might have done a little bit of preparation, but be nothing like what he's about to do. He'll have sleepless nights, he'll be working there. Of course, he still holds down his 4-hour-a-week job at Q and Honda, but he'll be out there to track building. Roger, I'm just sort of giving Cudge a bit of credit, mate. He kept you very honest then, didn't he?
He deserves the credit. Yeah, he did. Yep.
Right, and hey mate, so you're proving it was no fluke last time. You said you shouldn't be up here, but hey, new man, new machine.
Changed my mind. Yeah, I got to say a massive thanks to Richie and DS Moto. I blew a gearbox on Friday, so you got a different motor in here. So yeah, it was a mission, but we got there.
Well done, well done. What a cool story, and nice to see. So there he is, Roger's the man. Back here with Andrew at the moment. Andrew, tell us a little bit about this machine, the gas. New as far as Major League and motocross are concerned. How do you like their machinery?
Yeah, it's great. As far as the spec of it, it's pretty much the same as the KTM. KTM bought out Husky and now Gas, so it's pretty much their platform. But yeah, enjoying the new bike.
So is this a modified motor, or is it a built Motard?
This is a modified motor, yeah. Yep.
So how much for us, how much work have you got to do to make this into a racing bike like we see on the track here now?
To do it on a basic level, really simple. If you want to go for podiums, yeah, a lot, just crazy amount of time and effort really, and obviously money. Yeah.
No substitute for it indeed, but all right. You got to have home, plenty of pre-Christmas work lined up for you before you come back for Boxing Day?
Yeah, got a full couple of weeks booked in, so fly home tonight and get that sorted and come up Christmas Eve for Boxing Cemetery. Wow,
so 2 weeks of total dedication, so well done. It's lovely to have him with us all the way from the Super. There's our man here in Manfeild. So well done, Roger and Ruddy here, lining it up, and as we know, Richie's going to get straight out on that racetrack.